Hey guys, welcome to the second episode of A Millennial's Perspective.
I'm Reina.
I'm JR.
I'm gay.
I'm straight,
Either you love us.
or you hate us. I identify as a woman. I hope you're happy with that, Reina. Some days I feel like a woman.
I think you got that from my closet.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think it looks kind of nice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was
You
wearing
liking
it.
You feeling it?
I'm definitely feeling it. I don't know, but it looks pretty
All
cool.
you gotta do is put a wig and your identity is completely changed.
Oh yeah,
Sure.
no, gotta do some
Put a
shit.
little bit of makeup and everything.
Yeah.
Boom. You're like, whole identity is coming down.
Yeah, I still got my my scruff, but if I could just shave that, put a little bit of makeup on, maybe I could pull off the whole.
I guess.
Yeah.
I guess.
Something to do about
Yeah.
my voice though. It's kind of deep. You know what I mean? I can't
That
talk like
takes
this.
a
You
little
know what
bit.
I
No,
mean?
you don't have to do it like that. You just gotta come out a little bit more natural. Just.
Oh, I don't know about that. I think my voice is deep enough. You know what I mean? I
I can
can't.
do it that. I can do, if I have to try.
Oh yeah. Wait. So today's topic is: should trans men and women be allowed to use cis men and women's restrooms / locker rooms?
Are they allowed to be okay? So trans women, are they allowed to be in cis women bathrooms?
Yeah,
vice versa.
and vice versa.
Okay. Okay. Well, for me, I'm not all about it. I just really felt like just growing up, the way how I always been growing up, we've always been. I know this is terrible. This is terrible because growing up, I'm already used to just going to men's bathrooms. I'm kind of like used to it. Maybe just because I had short hair, maybe because I have a little bit more of a straighter mannerisms. I'm not even sure what it is, but growing up, it's always been a norm for me. But now, I know, even that I go to women's bathroom. I've never been, and nor have I ever been, been confronted by anybody who looked down upon or who was questioning or who had a second look to me. Because every time I do go out, I always dress very feminine. I always have my long hair, I always do my makeup, I dress like a little bit, and that's what I normally do. So now it's kind of like, it would be harder for me to go to a men's bathroom because I have done it a couple times, and there are moments when guys look at me and they even ask, or not ask, but I just know that they're very uncomfortable me being there. So I'm kind of going back and forth with this one. I really am. This is okay.
We didn't plan.
I
You
did not
say
plan this
that.
one. I was like, wait a second. I do go to a women's bathroom, but I would be upset if they stopped me from going to a women's bathroom because I know, like, I'm going to conflict myself identity-wise. At the same time, I know I'm going to make a few. For me, I feel uncomfortable being in a men's bathroom, and people in there might be uncomfortable me being in there too. So.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I'm your boring straight guy. Obviously, I'm against trans inside, cis bathrooms. Just due to the fact that I was raised old-fashioned. You know what I mean? If you're a boy, you're raised up to be a boy, go into boy or men's, restrooms, bathrooms, and vice versa with girls too. So for me, I push toward the, old-fashioned type of way.
Yeah, but you don't know any. The thing is that you don't have to go to a women's bathroom. And imagine if you were kind of like in my shoes. I mean, wouldn't you feel uncomfortable, or would you have to force yourself to be in a men's? I don't mind going there to a men's bathroom. I've done it a couple times, but I know for me it's just gonna be hard for me to go there. For sure.
Yeah, I understand.
'Cause I'm already used to going to
I can
women's bathroom all
understand.
the time.
I can understand that guys looking at you. It's like, what are you? It's like, we know you're a guy, but you're dressed as a girl, I guess, and then you get stared at. I kind of understand from your point of view.
Yeah, some people that like, even when I go to a restaurant and I ask them like where's the restroom, and they would point at the women's thing. And I go there. Sometimes actually they never actually told me where the men's room is. It's always the women's room. So
Well, that's good. Well, we do live in a very progressive state of New Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
So can you pull it off maybe somewhere else? Well, I don't know, but New Jersey is a pretty progressive state. You know what I mean? So I guess here they're more open to that. Now the next question is, it's publicly, where do you think this should be allowed, or where it shouldn't be allowed?
Well, I think in today's society, I think it's more about educating, kids that for some reason it should be a normal practice to be that it's okay to go to the bathroom that you feel like you're assigned to go, like that you feel like you need to be in, that makes you feel uncomfortable. I think there's a lot of practices now that that gets more like kids perspective, not kids but like more adolescents, that is saying it's okay to be who you really are. And there's a lot of resources that that permits and actually support it. So but that's going to be something that's going to be a little bit more of a challenge, though, because in today's society, we still practice predominantly, men and and women, and that's it.
Yeah, I mean,
So it's still in the practice. It's
yeah,
still
I mean,
something
we
in the
have
works.
universal bathrooms. If you go to some of the stores, good examples like Starbucks, you do have like a universal or family bathrooms where men and women could enter. But for me, it's sort of like, if you go to like Crunch Fitness, you know what I mean? If you're a trans, let's say you're a trans woman, and then you go inside a women's bathroom.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't know who's in there. You know what I mean? That's the thing, and it's sort of like even like kids who even if you go to like a public library, you know what I mean? It's like it's very. I mean, there are some really weird people out there. If you get my drift, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's sort of like you don't want your 10-year-old daughter inside the bathroom, and then this grown up man who identifies as a woman, go inside, and then it's kind of like a weird scenario. You know what I mean? So it's like, where do you like draw the line? You know what I mean? It's a very complex situation.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I really felt like sometimes when you identify yourself as a woman, like for me, I identify myself as a woman, you have to kind of like take part of it, like put the effort and knowingly that you are, applying yourself as a woman, not just because of the fact that you're just saying that you're a woman. That's not how it really works. It's more about, like knowingly that this is who you are. You can't really, fool anybody if you're just gonna say that you're just a woman, but even that you are just a person in a dress and
Yeah,
and
that's the
everything else.
thing
See,
though.
that's
I
the
mean,
part where you
literally,
have
there's
to
a lot of
draw the
people.
line.
The thing is that there are just people who just fall through the cracks, and they just take that to their advantage. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah.
It's so, and there are some instances in college, especially in college, where guys go for a sorority dressed up as a girl, saying that they want to be a girl and they join a sorority, but in reality, like they're like he's like a pervert or something like
so
that.
It
So it's
all applies for the intentions of like why they wanted to be, trans. It's not, sometimes in a way like you have to have some sort of psychotic like diagnosis or some kind of thing where that I guess wanna that's I don't want to say proof, but like something that says that you are this way.
Yeah, so while we're talking, I was thinking about maybe like identification cards saying that you are, but I don't know if that's going overboard. You know what I mean?
I don't think they're allowing anybody who are trans, like for someone like me, like if I'm all about saying that I'm a female, like my identification is gonna say M in my driver's license. I think there's a law about that. I'm not so
Yeah,
sure.
I don't know. See, that's where we have to, dive deeper into it. I mean, obviously only the government's allowed to allow these certain things, but like, the one thing I'm definitely 100%, agree upon is having men and women sharing the same bathroom at like a club.
Yeah.
Or a bar, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Where
the universal.
yeah,
the universal
where
bathrooms.
anyone, they could have like 6 to 10, 20 stalls, and anyone could use it. Because at a institution like a club or a bar, everyone there's over 21. Everyone has their own decisions. They know what they're doing in life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's sort of like you go in knowing what to expect. I don't really agree that they should have something like that at a YMCA. You know what I mean? Where there's teenagers and that, because I think growing up as kids, you're still trying to figure out yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like if you have like something like that where you're 14 years old, let's say I'm a guy and I dress up as a girl, as a 14-year-old, and I think I identify as a girl, and I go into a girl's bathroom, there's going to be problems because we're just very young. You know what I mean? But at a club or a bar where you're not 18, over 21.
Well,
They're-
people are already, no, people are drinking, people are having fun, people are more sociable. It really depends on the mood. I mean, it's like, okay, we're all going to the bathroom. It's not a big deal. But obviously, when you're coming from a quiet place, that's something that you're going to be consciously thinking about.
Yeah.
So, in terms of like for me, I haven't set foot in a gym for a long time, but I know like if I do go to a gym, like which locker room do I go to? I'm still conflicting that because there's not much practice going on for that. I know right nowadays, trans are allowed to be in cis women's bathrooms, locker rooms, but there's always an argument or some sort of confrontation, or there's some sort of argumentative like thing in there, which I don't like. I don't like confrontations, and I try to minimize that. So what I normally do is I try to keep myself, DL, and just, if I need to, I'm probably not going to end up changing. I'm just going to go in there and just get out. Go in there, do my workout, and just get out.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be going to a locker room because I know for me, I will feel uncomfortable.
Well, I don't know about what about women dressed up as men going to men's bathrooms?
So I don't know about that.
Yeah.
I'd say I've never heard of a story or I don't know.
I don't know.
What do you think? I have no idea.
Yeah, I think.
You tell me what
well,
you think.
from a straight guy's point of view, if there is a trans man in a men's bathroom, I don't think men would really care very much. They would just be very amused.
Yeah, like
wow,
okay,
there's a woman in the men's bathroom, even though she identifies as a man. And you got some creeps out there. They'll probably end up liking it too, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's in a way it's allowing people to do have impure thoughts and ideas and everything else. So it's like allowing them to be that which should be which shouldn't happen, obviously.
Yeah.
So that's why, in a way, in order for us to resolve this, is I really do hope that they do have extra fundings for like a universal, or like you said, maybe like its own personalized, room for people like me.
Okay.
That would suck though.
Yeah, but it's sort of we do live in a progressive society, so who knows what happens down the road.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway. Okay. Well, thank you for joining us on our second episode of A Millennial's Perspective. What?
It's 12 minutes.
Yes. Time flies when you got a lot to talk about.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, I'm Reina.
I'm JR.
I'm gay.
I'm straight.
If either you love us.
Or you hate us. Okay, what's that word? Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
Okay. Peace. See ya.
Love.
Okay.
Happiness.